afternoon, racing fans. Welcome to another day of racing. We have a 2-day carnival. On Saturday will be the 1,000 guineas for fillies, and on Sunday we'll have the 2,000 guineas for the boys. First race, post time 11:50. 7.5 furlong. We have a field of 12. I'm gonna go with 4 of them. 2 Muzo, 5 Moya, 8 Ian Islands, 10 Casual Peach. Muzo, Royal Aiden, Shane Hillis. This horse ran a good race on last. The visor is now on. Shane Hillis maintains the ride. I think Muzo has been getting fitter and fitter with each run. And the fact that Shane has recommended that the visor refitted, I think Muzo will have a fighting chance come Saturday. Moya, 5th by 19.25 length on last when beaten by Tigre Express and Wilson. Prior to that, 4th by 2.25 length when beaten by Fault Line and Heroin. Radish Roman replaces Yeovil Pinnock. This horse, you could say, down a bit in ladder. Maya doesn't have much early speed, but I expect Maya to be flying home in deep stretch. 8 ENI Links. This horse won at the 350 level on last, won by 14 length, beating the likes of 6th Avenue. 6th Avenue returns and won. ENI Links went up to 700,000 claiming. Race against the likes of Catawba and Big Jewel. Ran pretty decent, you could say. It's back now down to this company. O'Neil Mullins maintains the ride. ENI Links will be right there. And on the outside, horse number 10, Casual Peach. Casual Peach was in that same race with Moya when beaten by Tigre Express and Wilson. Was seen making mild improvement. Casual Peach, if you notice, this horse raced once per month since last November. I expect Casual Peach with Demar Williams to give off her best. And of such, I'm going to go with horse number 10, Casual Peach, to get the better of horse number 5, Maya. Then for third, I'm going to go with horse number 8, ENI Links. And for fourth, horse number 2, Muzo, with Shane Ellis in the irons. Moving on to race number 2. 3 hours and up, claiming 1.5 million down to 1.2. 6 furlong, field of 7. Very competitive race. However, I'm going to boil it down to 4 horses. 3 Rani Bangala, 4 Ability, 6 Awesome Anthony, 7 Milos. Rani Bangali, second by a neck on last when beaten by the out of class Money Miser. At the top of the lane, Rani Bangala was in a challenging position, looks all over like a winner. Was caught and beaten by Money Miser. I expect Rani Bangala to run another decent race, although the trip has now reduced from 8 furlong to 6 furlong. There's a lot of speed in this race, and I expect Rani Bangala to be flying home in deep stretch. 4. Ability. This is a class horse in this race. However, Ability hasn't raced since December last year. If Ability reported sound enough, fit enough, even 70% sound, Ability can blow these away. However, I think Ability might need the run, and I'm not sure if Ability is 100% sound. Second, and apart from that, I don't like the idea of Wesley Henry riding Ability. Wesley Henry is a lightweight jockey, and with 57 kilo, that's a lot of dead weight. So I don't expect Ability to win this race, although is the class horse. 6. Awesome Anthony. One and last, beat the likes of Alexis Lodge and Rejected Raja. Was claimed from that event. Dane Dawkins now has the leg up. I expect Awesome Anthony to sit just behind Talona and should put up a good fight. Milos, 4th by 13.5 on last, beaten by Burn Notice. This horse came up on the 31st of the 5th and worked 3 furlong in 35.2. Milos is very fit. This horse has pace, and I expect Milos to get the better of these. And of such, I'm gonna go with horse number 7, Milos, to get the better of fit-looking Rani Bangala. This is horse number 3. For 3rd, horse number 6, Awesome Anthony. And for 4th, Ability, in that order. Moving on to race number 3. Restricted stakes, imported 3 years and up, 4 years and up, non-reserve 4, 5.5 furlong. I'm gonna boil this race down to 2 horse. 1 Unruly Mo, 3 Ride All Day. Unruly Mo, lame prior to the start of the last race. Prior to that, Unruly Mo won by a head, beating the likes of Gervano and Nephew. Shane Ellis maintains the ride. Unruly Mo will be right there at the business end. And the horse to beat is horse number 3, Ride All Day. Hasn't raced since the 28th of December last year. However, this horse has class. Ian Dalibel Spence is now called to do duties. And I expect Ride All Day to run a very decent race. Might need a run, but this horse is very classy. And I expect Ride All Day to fight out the finish alongside Unruly Mo. Balmore to fill your trifecta. Race number 4. This race is a 3 optional claiming 700 down to 600. 8 furlongs. 10 of them. I'm gonna go with 4 of them. 1 Solar Black. 4 Daddy Jones. 6 No More Deals. 8 Lucy in the Sky. Solar Black. This horse has been improving with each run. On the last 3 occasions, this horse won 2 of his last 3 occasions and finished second by 14 lengths, beaten by Storm and Last. Solar Block will enjoy this 1 mile trip. And if you look at the work on the 31st of the 5th, 4:49 by 1:05 alongside Irish Wish, Solar Block will be flying home in deep stretch. Number 4, Daddy Jones. This is the class horse in this race. However, Daddy Jones hasn't raced since the 2nd of March 2024. Not seen an exercise track, so I guess probably Daddy Jones is swimming. But once this horse report fit enough, Daddy Jones will have a fighting chance. Sparingly used female rider Andre Powell is on board here. 6, No More Deals. This is the horse I like to win this race. Third by 3 lengths and last when beaten by the speedy Catawba. Back now with Shane Ellis, replaces Paul Francis. On the 31st of the 5th, gallop out of the chute, 7 furlong in 1:34.4. It tells me that No More Deals is very fit and very sound and is coming to run. Horse number 8, Lucy in the Sky. Lame prior to race time and last. However, on Saturday 24th of the 5th, 4:49.4, and on the 31st of the 5th, 5 furlong in 1:03.1, which tells me that Lucy in the Sky is sound and should put up a good fight. However, I'm gonna go with horse number 6, No More Deals, to get the better of horse number 1, Solar Black. For third, horse number 8, Lucy in the Sky, and for fourth, horse number 4, Daddy Jones. Looking for a outsider to slide in your superfecta. Horse number 10, Sensational Gold. Moving on to race number 5. It's the Marlene My Love Trophy. It's 3,000 maiden special weight, 5.5 furlong, field of 14. I'm boiling this race down to 3 of them. And that's 3, Duchess, 11, Woman in Love, 13, Bubbling Warrior. Duchess. You could say this horse is somewhat of a disappointment. However, this horse has been cantering for 9. The fact that this horse continues to shorten, I guess the style of training is a little bit different. Probably they're trying to get Duchess to stay on. Umar Walker replaces Shane Ellis, and I expect Duchess to run a much improved race come Saturday. Number 11, Woman in Love, Radish Roman, Peter John Prasad. Third by 8 lengths on last, beaten by Queen Latifah. Prior to that, fourth by 8.5 lengths, beaten by Answer. Blinkers now on, which I think will make the difference. On the 25th of the 5th, 5 in 1:01.2. And on the 1st of the 6th, 5 in 1:01.2. Woman in Love will be right there when this is being decided. Horse number 13, Bubbling Warrior. First time this horse ran, this horse finished second by 2 lengths, beaten by highly thought of Global Pursuit. Richie Shakes maintains the ride, and I expect Bubbling Warrior to be right there in the final shake-up. And of such, I'm going to go with horse number 13, Bubbling Warrior, to get the better of horse number 11, Woman in Love. For third, number 3, Duchess. And for fourth, Go to slide in the first time, run a horse number 10. Moving on to race number 6. Freezing up, imported numbers of 2, 7 furlong, a field of 15. I'm gonna go with 3 of them. 3, train of thoughts. 4, J speed. 5, provident. Train of thoughts. Third by 3 lengths and last, beaten by Midnight Galaxy. On the second of the 6, this horse works 36-4 for a 3 furlong spin. Richie Shakes replaces Dane Dawkins. Take the weight down to 51 kilo. 7 furlong should be a problem. Train of thoughts will be right there. Horse number 4, J Speed. Second by a length after slowing the stride, beaten by Queen of Soul, beaten by Justin Big Time. You have now changed stables. Jason DaCosta is the new conditioner. Radish Roman now calls on to do duties, and I expect a much improved run from horse number 4, J Speed. 5, Provident. Shane Ellis for Jason DaCosta. This horse has been improving with each run. The last time out, slowing the stride, finished second by 2 lengths, beaten by Midnight Galaxy. On the first of the 6, this horse works 3 furlong in 36-4. Provident with the Canterman. Over these, I'm going to go with horse number 5, Provident, to get the better of horse number 3, Train of Thoughts. For third, horse number 4, J Speed. Rounding off your superfecta, horse number 8, Happy Force. You could slide Fearless Attack for your I5 permutation. Moving on to race number 7, Eros Trophy, 7 furlong, field of 7. 3 of them. 1, Commandant. 3, Is That a Fact? 5, T-Stock. Now, Commandant. This horse won and last, beating Atomica and T-Stock. Radish Roman was on board on that day. Roman maintains the ride. Commandant is getting fitter and fitter. He's improving with each run. And I expect Commandant to fight out the finish. Horse number 3, Is That a Fact? Was beaten by Commandant on last. However, handicap swing is now in Is That a Fact favor. Please make a note. 57 kilo on last, now down to 48 kilo. Compliments of Emilio McLean. Is That a Fact? We'll be flying home in deep stretch. Number 5, T-Stock, was beaten by Commandant also. Got a pull in the weight. Shane Ellis, weighs the Henry now, calls on to do duties. 51 kilo. That's a good weight swing. And I expect T-Stock to run another brave race. However, I'm going to go with horse number 1, Commandant, to get the better of horse number 5, T-Stock. And for third, Is That a Fact? Moving on to race number 8. It's a very tricky race. 11 of them, 4 furlong straight. I'm boiling this race down to 5 of them. 1, Mo Aviator. 2, Brisco. 3, Timekeeper. 8, Coalition. 9, Pitsend. Mo Aviator, prominent for the first 4 furlong and last, then beaten by Medal Award. Prior to that, second by a length, beaten by Kismet. This horse have some amount of speed, although coming from post position 1, should be able to tack across and should be challenging all the way through. 2, Brisco, led for 4 furlong when beaten by Real Identity. Came back, serve round, still managed to find the lead when beaten by Last Ore and Body Move. If Brisco jumps with these, Brisco will put up a good fight. Timekeeper, horse number 3, was seen running on and last when beaten by Toots and tapping in. I expect Timekeeper, much fitter now, to be right there when this is being decided. Horse number 8, Coalition, the horse I think they will all have to beat. 7 by 24 length on last when beaten by Blitzstrike and Medal Award. Came back on the 17th of the 5th, 3 furlong in 37.2, and on the 29th of the 5th, 3 furlong in 38.3. Coalition has a lot of speed, and I expect Coalition to break, go right to the front, and hold it to the wire. Horse number 9, Pitsend, very interesting animal here. This horse hasn't raced since the 23rd of June 2024. However, this horse has kept better company than these, and I would not totally rule out this horse. Not working badly, 4 in 51, 2 by 106, and he's cantering for 9 on the 3rd of the 6th, cantered for 9 again on the 4th of the 6th. Note the visor on, figure 8 on. Might need a run, but this horse get better company, so please keep this horse in your permutation. However, I'm gonna go with horse number 8, Coalition, to get the better of Brisco, Timekeeper, Pitsend, in that order, and horse number 1, Aviator, also as a look in. Moving on to race number 9. Numbers of 2 imported, 4 is not maiden, 5 furlong straight. I'm gonna boil this race down to 3 of them. 8, Buttercup. 13, Cherry Blossom. 14, Chinita Estrella. Buttercup. This horse has been running some very useful races. Second on the last 2 occasions, beaten by Princess Catalina and another Mission. Wesley Henry now calls on to do duties. I expect Buttercup to blow these away. Cherry Blossom took a break, came back and won by 4 lengths. Didn't beat much, beat the likes of Lucky Papa. However, Cherry Blossom has some back class and could give Buttercup some problems coming from post position 13. So I'm not gonna totally overlook Cherry Blossom. And Chinita Estrella, horse is knocking at the door. Run some useful race over the straight. Drawn post position 14. Dane Dawkins now calls on, and I expect Chinita Estrella to be right there. However, I'm gonna go with horse number 8, Buttercup, to get the better of Cherry Blossom, Chinita Estrella, and for 4th, Chesney. Very interesting horse. Don't leave Chesney out of your superfecta I5 permutation. This is a little outer to watch. Chesney. 10th and final. This is the big one, 1,000 guineas. Field of 15. And I'm going to go with 6 of them. This race is very competitive, and I'm going to go with 6 of them to close off your Twilight 6. 2, Linguist. 3, Burning Edge. 5, Pretty Perfect. 11, Social Aviator. 13, Hansa. 15, Danka. Now, Linguist. I tipped this horse to win the last time this horse raced. This horse railed up in the gate, gave away about 10 lengths. But what is interesting about this horse is that by the time they get to the top of the lane, I looked at the race and I saw where Linguist has coupled up and covered. Linguist ran past about 5 or 6 horses and was about 6 challenging down on the rail, coming down. Take another look at the race. You can see where Linguist was impeded again. And at that point, I saw where the Caymanas just gave up. And the horse ended up 8 by 13 length. Once Linguist get a clean trip, trouble-free run, this horse is gonna upset this race. Look at the work on the 24th of the 5th, 7 furlong in 1:28.4. On the 31st of the 5th, 6 furlong in 1:14.4. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving you this one. Linguist at a nice price in the night pan. This is a horse they will all have to beat in my estimation. 3. Burning Edge. Ran a very good race on last. Was beaten by Social Aviator. Was in a challenging position right up to the wire and was caught on the inside and was beaten by Social Aviator. Burning Edge with Radish Roman will run another decent race. 5. Pretty Perfect. Was in that same race. Walked out of the box. Still managed to finish third by 5 1/4 length. And if you look at the work on the 25th of the 5th, 6 furlong in 1:15. This is my little exacta horse in this race. Pretty Perfect. Number 11, Social Aviator. This horse has been running very well in all her races. She's right up there. And you can't leave Social Aviator out of anything. Robert Allardyce maintains the ride. This is a very dangerous horse. Hansa, number 13. This horse is another one that is improving with each run. Will enjoy the trip. Picked up a lot of weight though. The last time this horse carries 49.5 kilo. Compliments of Tajay Suku. Now up to 57 kilo with Dane Dawkins. However, Dane is a very good rider. First time late 6 now added. 7 furlong in 1:30 on the 19th of the 5th, and as a 36-1 on the 26th of the 5th. Answer will be right there. It's a very competitive race. And on the outside, horse number 15, Danka. I didn't expect Danka to lead in that race. I don't know what was the plan. However, Danka led for about 6 or 7 furlong and then ended up 6 by 7 length. Wesley Henry now calls to do duties. Again, I don't like to see Wesley Henry riding a horse with 57 kilo. That's a lot of dead weight. So, but Wesley Henry is Wesley Henry. Therefore, as I said before, I'm going to go with horse number 2, Linguist, to create an upset, to get the better of horse number 5, Pretty Perfect. For third, Answer, Social Aviator, Burning Edge, Danka to fill those exotic spots. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. Continue to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Best of luck. See you at the races.